At the beginning of the 2024-2025 NBA season, scouting reports are raging over the 2025 draft class, headlined by five key players: Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, and Nolan Traoré. Traoré, the 6'3" lightning-fast French guard, only 19 years old at the time of the draft, was highly sought after for his playmaking skills and ability to attack the basket. And if you want to help this channel grow lightning fast, please consider subscribing. I appreciate the support. Anyways, back to the video. Though Traoré was seen to have a lot of upside, as his time internationally progressed, we begun to see Traoré's draft stock take a nosedive. As a 17-year-old only playing 7 games for Saint Quentin BB in the LNB Elite French League, Traoré averaged 10 points and 5.4 assists, shooting 37% from the field and 25% from 3. By his second year, he improved to 30 games, but Traoré only did marginally better, with similar assists and putting up 11 points a game, shooting 39% from the field and 30% from 3. But it was this inconsistent scoring and poor shooting from behind the arc that ultimately caused Traoré to fall outside of the lottery, being drafted 19th overall by the Brooklyn Nets on draft night. And though there were honest concerns surrounding Traoré's ability to space and how his size would translate to the NBA, there were other more unfair criticisms outside of Traoré's control. Being one of the record-breaking 5 first-round picks by the Brooklyn Nets, there was a lot of expectation for how such an unorthodox drafting night would come to fruition, especially when it appeared, on the surface, that 3 of the Nets' draft picks were guards that needed the ball in their hands and could not shoot. Granted, each player was a different height and had different play styles, but the writing on the wall was clear. Almost no one believed in the Nets' 5. Now granted, I was always higher on the Nets' 5 picks, and unlike my predictions like the Toronto Raptors winning the 2019 finals, the Heat's 2 dark horse runs in the 2020s, and the Dame and Giannis experiment not working out, this was a prediction I had documented well on this channel. From knowing that Dwoman would have developed his ability to space and overall upside as a top 5 to top 10 rookie in this draft class, to Wolf's and Powell's upsides, to Saraf kind of finding his role through his initial issues, to even Traoré's greatness, I have been a firm believer in the Nets rookies during a time no one else was. But even I am surprised to see just how fast Traoré has developed. Traoré, in the 30 games he's played and 7 games he's started in, has been putting up 7 points and 3.4 assists, with shooting splits of 39% from the field and 33% from 3. Now granted, this might look like a dip from his international career, however, it's important to note that this would rank him 18th in points per game across the whole class, with teammates Dwoman and Wolf at 10th and 14th respectively. Traoré also ranks 7th in the class for assists per game, 1 rank higher than Dwoman, who's at 8th. Though, what's more impressive is Traoré's last 8 games, where he's finally starting to get some starting minutes. In the last 8 games, 7 of which he started in, Traoré has taken his 7 points and 3 assists per game, and increased both to 12.3 points and 5.3 assists, with shooting splits of 49% from the field and 36% from 3, with an impressive 56% from inside the arc. And mind you, this isn't even mentioning how 3 of these games Traoré has put up over 20 points per game, or how in his most recent game against Chicago, Traoré has put up his first double-double, averaging 13 points and 13 assists. Now, I do have some reasons to doubt Traoré's ability to space the floor consistently. Unlike Dwoman's more fluid jumper, Traoré's shot mechanics aren't as pristine. However, I could very well see Traoré improve his jump shot to a league average to, at worst, slightly below league average clip of 33 to 36% from behind the arc. What I think is most impressive is how complementary Traoré's skills are alongside Dwoman, where Dwoman has developed into an elite 3-point shooter, with great off-ball scoring abilities and the ability to be a great secondary playmaker who can handle the primary playmaking role. Traoré has developed into an elite inside scoring threat, with the ability to break into the opposing defense with his insane speed and kick the ball out to the open man. I can very well see the upside of this being Brooklyn's backcourt for the next decade or so. Now, there are some concerns with Traoré's game. I've already mentioned before that Traore isn't the best spacer, and though he's 6'3", he is a smaller guard. Knock on wood, but I have always been a bit skeptical of smaller guards who heavily rely on their athleticism. D. Rose, John Morant, Boston's Isaiah Thomas, even to an extent Russell Westbrook. Iconic guards, but there's always a cap or concern with them. But the plus side is that even if Traore's jumper isn't the best, he doesn't have to be the best shooter on this team. Woolman, Clowney, and MPJ, if the Nets choose to retain him, all will be taking the focus of the opposing team's defense. I trust Traore is good enough of a spacer that he can keep defenses honest. Either way, I could very easily see Traore become a 13 to 14 point scorer, averaging upwards of 7 assists a game. Doesn't have to put up 20 a night to contribute to major wins, but is crafty and athletic enough to put up 20 if needed. Maybe not an all-star, but anything is possible when you are 19 years old with immense upside. Let me know your comments down below. I do intend to talk about the other Nets rookies as the season goes on, so definitely stick around if you want to hear more. This has been Above the Net. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time.